Hey guys, so I've noticed that recently on this show we've been talking a lot about DC characters, which isn't really fair to everyone else. And because this is happening, I figured that now would be the best time to talk about one of my favorite X-Men, who could probably be an entire series of this show all by themselves. Yeah. Nightcrawler. So, Nightcrawler was introduced back in May of 1975 in Giant X-Men issue 1, created by Len Weiner and Dave Cockrum. Ha ha ha, Noah. Let's all mature and put on our big boy pants, shall we? So, with this being said, Nightcrawler is the first character that's appeared on this show that's not a Golden Age character. His abilities include teleportation, night vision, and many more, including climbing motherfucking walls. Come on, you have to admit, that's pretty damn cool. Now, there's a little bit of controversy with this character because writer Chris Claremont, who, well, pretty much reinvigorated the series and is really the only reason why anyone today know or care who the X-Men are, originally wanted to make it so that Nightcrawler's parents were Mystique and Destiny also being a woman, and the plan was for Mystique to take on a male form and impregnate her lover Destiny. Okay. However, Marvel had a bit of a problem with that and thought that that'd be too controversial, so his father wound up being Azrael, another demon-looking mutant like Nightcrawler, except red, which makes more sense in terms of how his powers work, considering that Nightcrawler has teleportation, and, well, okay, I'm not really that familiar with Destiny as a character, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't. After Giant-Size X-Men issue 1, Nightcrawler became so popular that he became a new member of the X-Men team, and also got his own 4-issue miniseries that same year. It should be noted at this point in time that the 4-issue miniseries wasn't quite as popular as Marvel or even most of the fan base thought that it would have been during that time, and is now mostly seen as one of those iconic stories that's been lost to the ages. Let me put it to you this way. I own the first 3 issues. That took me roughly about 4 to 5 years to find, and I still have seen no trace of the 4th and final issue, just to kind of put that into perspective for you. After a few years, Nightcrawler would go on to join and then lead the Excalibur team during Captain Britain's disappearance. When Captain Britain and Megan got married, the team decides to disband, and Nightcrawler, along with Kitty, don't ask me how or why, decide to go back to the X-Men, which, if I'm not mistaken, takes place in Giant-Sized issue number 80. Now, here's where things start to get a little bit sad. In Chapter 5 of the X-Men Second Coming storyline, Rogue and Nightcrawler fight an enhanced version of, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Bastion. When Bastion tries to kill Hope, Nightcrawler teleports to her aid, but Bastion, of course, detects this, and then extends his arm so that Nightcrawler winds up materializing around it, critically injuring Bastion and killing Nightcrawler in the process. Nightcrawler then, with his last breath, picks up Hope and teleports her to Utopia, where he then dies with his last words saying he believes in her. Bastion then reboots his systems shortly after and is seen as a 3-figured appearance, I guess kind of paying homage to Nightcrawler. And, well, that's the original Nightcrawler. No Age of Apocalypse, no Uncanny, no Astonishing, the original Nightcrawler. So, yeah. He also eventually got a movie version when the X-Men 2 movie came out, which actually wasn't all that bad now that I think about it. It was just how that trilogy ended, which was disappointing, I guess. Whether or not he'll be showing up for X-Men Days of Future Past, it's yet to be said, and I kind of hope he does, but in a way, I know that probably won't happen because I'm more than fairly sure that he didn't show up in the comic books. So, yeah, that's Nightcrawler. Talk about a mess. Anyways, I'm CJ, and I'll catch you guys later.